What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jad here from Puma, Plow, playing some more Farming Simulator 22. We're back on Alma, Missouri. Let's get to it. All right, so quick map catch up. Everything in orange is planted in corn. So that's incredibly hard to see though, but that's okay. 17, the big Northfield. 24.
Trent and Zach shared X100. A lot.
A lot. It is a lot. Thanks for the bets. So we still actually have a field or two to purchase. I figured what I was mostly going for here, and I think I've accomplished it for the most part, was plant the bigger fields with Courseplay and auto drive to go get seed. And then, you know, today we would work on patching in corn and all the smaller fields, because you know, you get to move around. It doesn't seem as bad. So that's kind of the plan for today. But I think I'm going to go for like a reset first. And, well, just get all that stuff off of Courseplay. Got to get all the Courseplay courses cleaned up, because it just kind of bothers me to look at the map and see all the Courseplay stuff happening. So we're just going to like park stuff out of the way. And then the other thing, and I don't quite understand this, well, now see, it didn't do it on that field. For some reason that sprayer, which is, it's a good mod, but it made like 20, or not 22, but like, yeah, these fields down here turned out real patchy on the fertilizer. So I ended up going back over them with the Pro Force to kind of clean them up. I think that's, yeah, Pro Force is over here now. So I don't know quite what was up with that, but it was kind of strange. They were just super patchy. But the good thing is, if you run the what's it called out there first, the sprayer, then the Pro Force doesn't really have much to fertilize. So the Pro Force can do like a whole field and not have to worry about filling up, because the sprayer can do like a lot of a field before it has to fill up. So it's kind of nice actually to go with the two-prong approach. So yeah, all right, we're gonna send that to the thing. I kind of just want to like know where our equipment is and reset here somewhere. I got a roller out here rolling, like, you know, somewhere. So those have been rolled. I don't actually know where the roller is. That might be what Mickey stole. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so we had to do smaller fields today. I think it'll be good. Okay, so that's everything. So what actually needs to be planted? Like, I guess I'm in this tractor. I should just go to the grass fields, huh? To the grass fields. And I don't want to like Courseplay everything today, because, well, you know, we allegedly have 6 hours together unless storms get here first. So we will see what happens first today, storms or 6 p.m. I'm not sure the timeline yet on these storms today, but that's okay. And yes, there are some Courseplay, you know, Courseplay little skips and bips and bobs and stuff. That's okay. It's Courseplay. I could have planted the whole map myself, but I think I'd still be on like the first field. So, plus it was actually nice. I went to bed at a somewhat reasonable time last night. You know, didn't have to stay up working all night on this, because, well, that's what today is for. So yeah. So auto drive can drive through here and fill up with seed, but man, I struggle. But what else is new? All right, and now that we're running, because I'm going to run this, I will be using fertilizer, of course, which is fine. But when I run out, I'll just keep on going and worry about the fertilizer later, because we have other ways to fertilize. Everything has been limed too, by the way. Like across the board, everything has been limed. Even like these hay fields, these grass fields that had only been mowed like one time after liming, they got limed too. Everything has been limed. It was a process, let me tell you. But that's okay. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I did that Sunday night. Yeah. Good old Sunday night. All right, so we're bombing corn into, we'll call this a cover crop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, only if the planter would actually make this look right. I'm just saying, because it's not what a real planter would do in this situation, but that's okay. It's fine. You can see there's like a little bit of lime here, a little bit of lime there, because especially these grass fields, they didn't really need like any lime at all, so it was pretty good. Oh yeah. Yeah, every field's getting corn. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna do a whole map corn harvest to wrap it up. So I don't know when I'm switching maps still. The hope is for Saturday, but we'll see. We will see, because I don't really have anything to play Friday, so we might be getting a bunch of this work done Friday night. By this work, I mean just like corn harvest itself. I'm not sure. Not too sure. Alright, let's get our GPS rocking, of course. We're real farmers. We have to, or we're not real. I'm not a farmer. I have to have my GPS. Of course. Gotta have it. That's alright. Actually, on a field like this, going from grass to corn, I'm not using a ton of fertilizer because it already has some. So that's good. It could be worse, is what I'm saying. And, you know, on most fields, yeah, it will be. Yeah, Still need to buy a couple fields. There's 2 fields yet, plus, 2 fields plus town, right? Yeah. Yeah, 2 fields plus town need to purchase, so. I did get all the corn from the last harvest that we did, where we did a couple of fields. All that corn has been hauled to the dryer. And I believe some of it has been hauled back to the homestead as dry corn as well. So that's good. Yeah. Oh, your GPS is going in and out. That sounds fun, Trent. That sounds like a good time. Or not at all. Definitely not at all. Gotta love technology when it works, right? When it doesn't, it sure sucks. That's alright. Yep, so we're going to be planting today. We're going to do a little bit of liming. We're going to do some fertilizing probably. We're going to do all the things. That is what we are doing today. Get ready for a full map corn harvest. Kimmy, it's going. How are you doing today? Welcome in. What's popping? What's going on? Oh, turn. Awesome, Kimmy. Awesome. All right. We can't get on GPS yet. We need more end rows for stuff. Gotta have at least 2 end rows, right? At least. Yeah. 2, 2, 2. Possibly Saturday, Kimmy. Possibly Saturday. So here's what's going on for the new arrivals. Planting the whole map in corn. As you can see. Alright. Planting the whole map in... What is that? Is that guy rolling up there? Is that what he's doing? Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm not going to roll a giant field. All these small fields, though, I don't want to course play today. But we're planting the whole map into corn, and a lot, like I was showing here, the big fields are all done. They're planted. They're not all like rolled and fertilized, but they are planted, right? So, oh, I'm missing along the edge. Jeepers. So basically what we're doing today is we're filling in the small fields with corn. And then on like Saturday, or I don't know, by Saturday, hopefully sometime on Saturday or sooner, we'll be able to switch maps. All right. How much did I skip here, chat? Like right there on? Goodness me. But anywho, so that's what's going on. So we're planting the whole map in corn to do a full map corn harvest. Kind of last hurrah here at Alma, Missouri. And then once we get it all harvested, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that, because what I kind of want to do is, like, say maybe Friday we play this. I need to have off stream time between we finish harvest and we're like selling it off to end the map, right? I kind of need to have off stream time because I want to dry all the corn, and that's going to take a ton of time. I'm assuming I'll just have to put the time up on the map and just let the map run. You know, have a truck hauling corn in, a truck hauling corn out kind of thing. So, you finished today. Nice. Nice. But yeah, so that's what I'm, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, even if like on Saturday we start with this map, and then like we take a little bit of a, like we'll still be on stream, but take like 5 seconds and I can switch maps, you know. Like, it's not hard to, you know, basically swap mods out of a mod folder and hit go again, basically. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So yeah. Truckers MP's in no hurry to update, really. That's unfortunate. So I guess maybe next Friday is the right call if they, you know, hopefully they get it done by then, huh? Dang. Dang. But I guess, you know, if they don't, they don't. It's fine. I don't know. They haven't done it. Wow. I would hope they're working on it, right? I would hope they're working on it. Because if not, that's crazy. But I assume they are. One can only hope, right? One can only hope. I mean, we could do convoy, but and it's not as many people, you know. And then you gotta like play favorites. It's just, you know. And then, you know, if like Kimmy doesn't get a spot, she's gonna get mad at me, and you know, I'll get an angry email. Or wait, that's not Kimmy that sends me those. Never mind. Oh, goodness. I don't know. Either way, we'll play some ATS next Friday, but, yeah. One way or the other. Yeah. You do send me messages on Discord, yeah. It happens. Dude. I was very confused at what that noise was yesterday, to be honest. When you messaged, because I don't hear that noise like ever anymore. I don't really talk with anybody on Discord, so yeah. I was like, what is that? Dude. I know, yeah, Polar is planning on driving, yep. So Yuppers. You know, like probably Tomcat will show up, and Sarge might show up, and obviously Trent will be there, and Left will probably be there at least a little bit. And you never know, Bear might show up. You just never know who's going to be around, you know? So that's why TMP makes more sense, but if it's not updated, it's not single player. Well, I'll just go play single player, and I'll just say, hey, we're going to this town. Everybody, let's go. We'll play multiplayer in single player, all right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Do regular all-star lineup? You betcha. You betcha, Bear. To change your horn. All right. Interesting. Bear, how's it going today, man? Welcome in. What's poppin'? All I know is Kern. It's Kern. Have to get a, what's it called? Convey all out here with seed eventually, too. I know the homestead's like, you know, right there, and I can go get seed and fertilizer, but I'd rather not worry about the fertilizer right now. We'll do that later. So I kind of want to run this thing out of fertilizer and just run seed. Which, by the way, fun fact, that's one thing. The John Deere corn planter in the game, you know, it doesn't do fertilizer. So I kind of actually, I mean, the Kinseys are great, don't get me wrong, but I do like the John Deere as well. The Kinseys are cool though. But yeah, remember the old Kinsey split row planters where the whole thing would like pick up and then turn? I always thought that was the coolest thing, seeing those in real life. Zach's family used to have one back when they farmed the farm. They had one, and I can remember them just, yeah, it was just the coolest thing. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Or something like that. Something along them lines right there. But yeah, so with ATS, yeah, well, I don't know. Either we will play TMP, or, which technically we could still play TMP, we just wouldn't be able to go to Nebraska, right? We'd have to, like, yeah. We could probably still play Sharkers MP, just not go. Besides, we want to go up the logging roads with, you know, Transformers again, so. Or wait, maybe we don't want people to rage quit again. Maybe no rage quit this next time, you know? But yeah. Have to roll your game back. Yeah, that shouldn't be that hard to do though, right? I don't know. I've never done that in Truckers ATS. I'm not sure. I've done that in like Railroader, or Railroads Online, I should say. Which they're fixing to have a big update next Monday on the beta branch. And it might make me want to play the game again. So that might be coming next week. I'm not sure. Just throwing that out there. Oh, okay. All right. If it messes up your game, then we don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible for like a save game going into the wind, you know? I don't want to do that. Not on me. So we'll just all play single player, and it'll be great. It'll be great. We'll figure something out. We got almost 2 weeks, so it's fine. It'll buff. Can we just talk about it for a second, though, that like a week from Saturday is June, like 1st. It's crazy. Where did it go? Where did this year go? It just like vaporized into nothing. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And then we get to plant pumpkins. Yay. Yay. I can't wait. Actually, let me look something up real fast. Because I kind of talked about it the other night, or last night a little bit, but I really didn't at the same time. Oh, where did Zach send me that? Well, I guess he didn't send that to me there, huh? I got the link. Never mind. Send it to me on the TeamSpeak. I haven't turned my computers off since then, so. Okay, yeah, so okay. That's what I thought. So let's see. Not the first Saturday of June, but the second Saturday, I will probably miss half of a Saturday stream. So, Pops and I, and maybe Zach too, gonna go do something, so. Yeah, although I think he said he would probably have to work Saturdays, so. We'll see. We'll be up in his neighborhood where he works. That's all I'm gonna say. Doing something. So, looking forward to it. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. But, yeah. And then after that, I don't know. I don't think I have anything else coming up on Saturdays for a while. Maybe. You never know. Oh, goodness. I mean, farm shows in August, yes. Actually, what did Dad was talking about. Oh, a big consignment auction. That's in June. Or not June. No, August. Yeah, consignment auction in August. They call it their fall consignment sale, and I'm like, August is not fall. August is like summer. And very hot, usually here anyway. I'm like, y'all need to change your marketing a little bit, you know? Hey, that's just me. I don't know. No. I should probably get a fertilizer going, but I'm just kind of, doing my thing here with my Kinsey, just, back and forth and as we do. That's all right. Because we got fields to fertilize. There's a roller going, but I'm not in too much of a hurry to get everything done. There's plenty of time. I should play with my row markers down, right? Wow, look at that. When we start the next map, we should not use GPS, right? We have to upgrade to GPS later. Or something. Or wait, I would not particularly care for that. So, if we're gonna do that, we might as well play a map that, like, console people can play. Which actually is Alma, Missouri. This is a console map as well, so. But our next one will not be. We're going to a 4X. Stevie's Elm Creek 4X. Don't worry, Bear. I'm not going to torture us like that. Because look how nice that straight line is. I mean, well, kind of. Kind of a straight line. But it's so nice. That's the beauty of, what's it called? GPS, Absolute beauty of it. By the way, still have not heard a cicada. They're in the area. They're talking about them on the news. They're all over the St. Louis area. Not where I live. My brother's got them in his house, but he lives, I don't know, like 15 miles away. And I know he said he had a bunch. Still have not heard one. But the frogs. Oh my, the frogs. You guys know my buddy next door, he's got that swimming pool that he doesn't really... Well, it's basically a swamp. There were some ducks hanging out in it the other day, apparently. about a week ago. But it's pretty much a swamp. And it's so loud outside at night now from the frogs. Like, it just makes me think of one of them Budweiser commercials, you know, from back in the day, right? If you know, you know. What? By the fairgrounds. What? What are you talking about? What is that? Is that a band or something? I don't even know what that is. Dude. I'm on Wikipedia. Please hold. It was an American rock band.
Bear 0313 cheered Dex 100 Budweiser.
Bear, thanks for the bits. I've never heard of that band, by the way. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Not a clue. I've never heard of them, to be honest. Apparently they had, yeah, they have a Wikipedia, so I guess it's a thing, right? I guess. I don't know. Not sure. No. I think, where's that left field emote at? One of these days, Bear, I need to go outside at night and film or maybe I can pull these footage from my security camera. It is so stinking loud outside. I don't think it'll do it justice though. But it's so loud from the frogs. It's like I didn't know we were in a swamp, you know? It's that bad. It really is. Okay. So let's grab, yeah, Pro Force. Let's get him doing something because, well, these big fields take a while. Yeah. We'll put him into field 4. And we will get him going. I call it field 10, but it's also field 4, so it works. Definitely works. Alright. Go. Alright, I'm here for a semi-truck is what I'm actually here for. Oh, the other thing about fast time in this map a bunch to dry the corn, we can feed out the cows too. As far as all the TMR that we have mixed, which is like 2 million, so. Could file an anonymous noise complaint. Yeah. I get why, but like, he's got to do something. He's got it. He doesn't want the pool is the thing. You know, he doesn't want it. He doesn't. I shouldn't say he doesn't want it. He wants it. He just doesn't want to pay the money that it costs to run the pump and pay the money for the chemicals or pay the money to a company to come out and, you know, maintain it. He doesn't want to. He wants the pool, but he doesn't want to spend the money on the pool. Which I get. Why does this have fertilizer in it? This is supposed to be a seed trailer. Huh. That's okay. It's got 400 bushels of fertilizer, so, or seed, sorry. Oh, that's right. It's split. Okay. Anyway, so, you know, and I get where he's coming from because it's very expensive, you know, but you gotta do something with it. You gotta either put some chemical in it to at least make it not a swamp, at least a little bit, or you've got to you got to get rid of it. You know, those are my thoughts on it. You got to do one of the two things. Yeah, spend a few bucks on chemical, or just get rid of the thing. Because like I said, he doesn't want it. You just, yeah. Or maybe he just doesn't want to pay for it, you know? Which again, don't blame him. They're very expensive. I think anybody with a pool knows what I'm talking about. They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And then, you know, little dumb things like they had an electrician come out to their house years ago. Somebody that lives on my street, actually. And for some reason, they changed the pool pump from 220 to 110. Because that guy said it was better. But, like, anybody that knows anything about electric motors, if you can run them on, you know, 220, of course you run them on 220, they run more efficiently. So, yeah. So it costs even more electricity now. So, yeah. So the electrician was kind of an idiot, honestly. Pretty much, Barry, yeah. And their pool is 8 feet deep. So it's a big hole in the ground. When they take the cover off the pool, their dad, you know, his dad was obviously in charge forever. He always liked to, you know, take the cover off and wash it down with a little soap and water, you know, and let it dry before putting it in the garage for the summer. And they would take it out to their driveway, and their driveway is 2 cars wide by 2 cars long, and it filled the entire driveway. Like, it's a good sized pool, you know. So I'm doing great. What's poppin'? Welcome in. So, like, it's a good sized pool, you know. It's not like a little kiddie pool or anything. It's pretty big. It's like 3 foot shallow end probably, and then the deep end's like, it's 8 feet in the center there. There's a pretty good area in the center that's 8 feet. Because you have like straight walls that go down on the sides to probably like 3 feet or something. And then it kind of pitches in at like a 45 down to about 8 feet. Or something like that. So, and you know, the liner's in decent shape because it's not that old. It's got some years on it, but it's not that old. He still has the old sand filter too. Which, you know, is annoying. But really, yeah, like I said, there's really 3 options. You either need to put some chemical in it just to maintain it. You need to make it, actually like open it and spend a lot of money on it and stuff, but that's not going to happen. Or just get rid of it. And really, he's kind of messed up because, like, you know, I kind of still have access to like a skid steer and a mini excavator, but soon I'm not going to have access to that stuff. And because, you know, the mini excavator would have ripped up the little bit of concrete that's around that pool. And it's not a concrete pool. It's literally like plywood holding back or like, there's like the vinyl liner and then there's like plywood and then dirt. Like, that's it. It's not a full on concrete pool. There's just like a sidewalk around it. Foggy, what's going on, man? How you doing today? But I'm going to lose access to that stuff really soon because, well, they're not going to have it where Dad works anymore. So, like, we would have gladly helped him get rid of the pool. But this is going to be too little too late here real soon. So, it is what it is. I just don't know how, like, nobody in my neighborhood's complaining about it. I just don't understand it. It's so loud. But that's all right. Whatever. It is what it is. I think it's kind of amusing in a way, but nobody complains about it. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're going to be seeding down our corn today, y'all. We're fixing to do a full map corn harvest. And, well, you can't do that unless you plant it all first, right? So, gotta plant it all. Yeah, it's so windy outside, by the way. I just keep looking up at my backyard camera. And, the Wise cams, when they see motion, they'll put a little, like, green box around it, and it is just freaking out. Because they can see trees just, yeah, hanging out in the wind. Yeah, it's crazy. crazy out there. But I guess that's fine. You know, it hasn't rained in a couple of days, so we're due for like 2 inches of rain here, you know. I think the farmers we're definitely doing some farming around here. I know there was a guy out, which Dad was shocked by this, but like on Saturday he was out planting beans, and he has a lot of like what we call around here is black dirt. You know, it's your heavier soil. There's quite a bit of that down by the farm, and I don't know how he was able to do it, but apparently he planted a bunch of beans on Saturday. Maybe Sunday too, but definitely on Saturday. Guy doesn't farm a lot, but you know, farms that heavier soil, so I don't know about that, but I guess he got it done. I haven't seen his field to see if he mudded them in. Need to go down there and look just for funsies. In fact, all the guy plants is soybeans. That's it. He does not plant any corn. Quit doing corn years ago, apparently. So yeah, kind of a weekend warrior farmer, which is fine. I need to quit leaving skippers, y'all. Look like I've never run a planter before out here, you know. It's the 2-track. I actually don't mind the 2-track. It's kind of fun. Not something I use all the time on Farm Sim. But on that Lizard, that big Lizard auger wagon, it sure was nice on that. I used it the other day a bunch. It was Saturday, I guess. So yeah, used that a bunch. And somebody left some skippers out here when they bailed last time. It was me. I'm somebody. But that's okay. It happens, right? Definitely happens. That's all right. A cow with a smartphone keep better time than a watchdog? Maybe. Fuel hauler, I'm not sure. But a streamer with a smartphone, he still can't keep time. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I woke up this morning because my alarm was going off. I kind of have 3 alarms set. I've talked about this before, but those of you, you know, I'm a 3 alarm guy. Okay. I don't have an alarm clock because I like it being as dark as possible in my room at night, right? So no alarm clock. Okay. I don't have a clock in my room at all. But anyway, I have an alarm that goes off on my phone. Okay. I have a smart bulb that turns on right around the time when the alarm goes off on my phone. And I'm a fan sleeper. Okay. I have to have a fan on to sleep, right? I have the fan is plugged into a smart plug. So when my alarm goes off and the light turns on, my fan turns off. So, yeah, and sometimes that still doesn't work. Like today, because I just turned the fan back on and went back to sleep. Woke up an hour later, like, I need to stream in like not that much time. I gotta go. It was kind of funny. So, anyway, Fuel Hauler, what's going on, man? How you doing today? What's popping? Hopefully everybody's bracing for these storms today. Big storms today. Craig, what's going on? How are you doing today? Popping? Like most of Iowa, I think, is in like a 15% hatch risk of tornadoes today. Which at 10%, you know, all the storm chasers freak out. We're at 15 today, so Iowa, northern Missouri, better look out. Part of Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota too, I believe, a little bit. Better look out today. Just saying. Special Pat, what's going on? How you doing today? Welcome in, guys. What are y'all up to today? I'm planting corn. This is what I'm doing today. Planting corn. If I get a little crazy, I might do a little lime spreading too. Just saying. We got a couple fields that are going to need that yet. But yeah. Just a couple fields. Nothing crazy. Doing some dishes. All right, Special Pat. All right. We have a mystery. Speaking of dishes. All right. We need Scooby-Doo and the gang to show up in my house right now. We have a dish thief going on in my house right now. I don't know why, but you guys know well, you can't see it, but the cup I always drink out of, we have a ton of them. For some reason here lately, none in the cabinet, ever. None. Like, everybody claims they don't have like a stash going somewhere, you know? Because I won't lie. Sometimes, you know, I got a couple. There's a couple that need to be taken in the house over there, you know, whatever. And then for some reason, all of our like teaspoons, they're just like regular cereal spoon, whatever, they're all gone. No, it's not me. It's not me. And then like all of our spoons are gone. And then the other day yesterday I went to reach in the cabinet to grab out a plate or something. And little.
Bero 313 cheered Dex 100, Raggy, Rish Rife.
I don't know if Brian's the right guy for that assignment. Bear, thanks for the bits. But yesterday all of our like cereal bowls are missing. No, they're not sitting around dirty, Trent. I just don't know where they're at. Like, I don't get it. I had 2 to 3. That's hoarding. That's not hoarding. It's I'm lazy and forget to take my dirty dishes in the house. But they're just cups, and usually they just had. Well, see, probably the cup thing it is kind of me in a way, because ever since I got my ice maker, like every time I come out here from the house, I bring a fresh cup of ice, because I'm all about my my Sonic, like my nugget ice. So the cup one might be me. But I just don't understand where all these bowls are going. I don't even use that bowl at all. I mean, that might be what's going on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah. Hoarding dirty cups. Wow. Wow. Yo, Special Fat, I bought one a while back off Amazon, and I am just in love with it. I really am. In fact, I'm kind of sad because I do have a rule that I will not like have ice in my drink during a stream because it's loud, and well, I'm not trying to sit here and like chew ice in your all's ears, you know. But like as soon as I get done streaming, that's the first thing I do. You know, Kimmy, I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't put it past her, because the other night, actually, I was making my dinner, okay? I was making, well, in the past, okay, this has happened in the past as, like, a joke, where, like, I forget what was going on, but, like, we found out my sister one time as a joke, years and years and years ago, and she still, obviously, still lived here. She was hoarding, like, clean silverware in her room. Like every time she'd go through the kitchen, she'd grab a fork or a spoon or a knife, and she'd go hide it in her room. And she was doing it as a joke to mess with everybody in the house. But it was like a long game, you know, because you just take like 1 piece a day or 2 pieces a day. And eventually we're just like, where the heck is all of our silverware? We don't have any silverware in our house. It was so funny. You want to make pickle juice, ice cubes? I mean, Special Pat, yeah, I can see that. I can see it. It was hilarious, but it was like, it took a while, you know, to run out of stuff, because being a large family, like, we always had, you know, I don't know how much silverware you guys had, but we always had, like, a lot Lot of spoons, a lot of forks, a lot of, you know, butter knife, lot. Mom always had a lot. Just because there's so many of us, you know. And then don't mention the actual like nice silverware that's tucked away. All right, Special Pat, look at you. We have like nice like actual silverware, you know, that's tucked away that Mom and Dad got as like a wedding present that we've literally used like twice, maybe 3 times in my lifetime. Not and the nice china too. We have not. You got to have the nice china that they were given as a wedding present as well. That sits in the china closet in the kitchen, but nobody can touch it. We haven't used that in forever. But you got to have the nice china. It's nice. It's pretty. But that's the way that it used to be. I don't know if it's china for like a wedding. Is that still a thing? I don't know. But yeah, it was hilarious. Her thing with the silverware. One of the kids took it outside to play in the dirt. Oh, dang. I don't think we ever did that. And then, you know, God forbid you use a spoon to scoop ice cream. Even if you didn't bend it, Mom could tell. And she'd get mad at you. Good day. What's going on? How are you? Yeah, she just knew if you used a spoon to scoop ice cream, you're going to bend it. Oh, yeah. 16 years ago, it wasn't? I got you, Bear. Okay. I didn't know. But it was, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with the bowls. I don't ever use them, so. We'll catch you later, Harry. Have a good one. We'll catch you. Have a good day. Oh, but anyway, so the other day I was making my dinner after a stream. And my aunt comes in the kitchen. And she opens up the cabinet, like, you know, the upper cabinet where the cups are. And I'm not thinking, I'm not paying attention to her. She's, you know, whatever, doing her thing. I don't have a problem with it. And then she goes, she just like talks out loud a lot. She just goes, well, I'll get one later. And I was like, get one what later, you know? And she's like, well, I got to have a cup so I can take my pills in the morning. And I was like, what? There's a whole cabinet with cups. Like, we have our everyday cups that we use a lot, which is like the one I have out here, but there's other cups too we don't necessarily use a lot. There's actual glasses in there too. Like, you know, there's all kinds of things you can drink out of in that cabinet. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, what? She goes, well, I want to make sure I have a cup in the morning. So maybe she is hiding the bowls. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Like, she does the goofiest stuff sometimes in our bathroom. You know, you have like the bottle of like soft soap, hand soap, liquid soap, right? You know, the dispenser, right? All right, I will entertain the cat. Kimmy, we'll catch you later. Have a good trip to the Wally World. But like our soap dispenser in the bathroom, for some reason, if it's about to like be empty, she'll hide it so that people don't use it all. Because for some reason, we're not allowed to run out of soap. It's like, it's just the weirdest stuff that she does, I swear. But anyway, it's just, yeah, that's just, you know, part of life around in these parts. So it's not uncommon for us to come home on a Sunday and there to be no soap dispenser in our bathroom because she was worried about running out. We have bars of soap. Yeah, there's more soap, you know. It's fine. But anyway, it's just weird. Found the 3-year-old tried washing the. Now that's funny right there. That's funny. You know, maybe I should do the silverware prank on my sister, but at her house. Like every time I go to her house, which is not that often, but like just take a piece of silverware and hide it somewhere in her house. That's a good idea.
Are you saying you're part of the cult?
Yes.
Bear0313
like
cheered
that.
Dex 100. I've heard tell of the juveniles nowadays smoking bowls. Why someone would set fire to good serving apparatus I will never know.
Bear, thanks for the bits. Wow. For cleaning things. Gotcha, special pet. Gotcha. That's funny, Bear. Yeah, next time I go to her house for something, I'm gonna like casually hide a clean spoon like on top of her china closet, china cabinet, or china hutch, or whatever you call that thing. Oh, it was my grandma's. That's all I can tell you. Just like somewhere where I know she's not gonna look, and just like casually put a spoon up there. Or just start hiding silverware like around their house. That would be funny. Although the problem is their house has a very open floor plan, so I don't know how I would be able to accomplish that without people catching me. And then, you know, the other thing is the next party we have there probably won't be until like Christmas, so I'll probably forget about this between now and then. But it sure would be funny. It would make me laugh anyway. That much I can tell you. That's okay. How's that fertilizer coming along over there? He's doing his thing. Like he's getting ready to start going, or he is going back and forth just barely. Okay. Not bad. We got to get over to 33 as well at some point. But that's fine. Yeah, that would be even better, special fat. That would be even better. Especially because I know she works from home at least a day or two a week. So it's got to be somewhere where she could hear it from like where her desk is, you know? Tops of picture frames or cabinets, yeah. Yeah. The furnace or air ducts. This is your first time here. What should you know about me? Whoa. Never had anybody ask that. You should know that I am a full-time streamer. This is my job. Harness, but I love what I do, and I don't really look at it as a job, but I am serious about what I do, so I guess it is a job at the same time, right?
L3FT43
God, here we go.
Eardex 100. He's the real Luke Coons.
He's the real Luke. No, I'm not. Laugh thanks to the bits. I grew up around my family farm. My dad still owns 5 acres of what he grew up on. So I'm not a farmer, but I do have a lot of experience around like equipment and stuff. Run. Wow, special pet. Wow. Oh. But yeah, so I'm not Luke Combs, but I could be. But yeah, I don't really know. What else would people know about me? But I have a lot of experience around farms, and I still mess with tractors and own a couple little tractors, and yeah. Just easygoing, family-friendly stream for sure. Just kick back and have a conversation, you know? That's about it. You think I'm gonna poo my pants? And that sometimes too.
Bear0313 cheered Dex 100. He's still in denial of a love affair with a lady down the street that drives a black BMW.
There's nothing happening there, Bear. Thanks for the bits. You work on your uncle's farm? That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, it just wasn't quite in the cards for me to be a farmer. I mean, I could probably go get a job as like a farmhand. I'd have to get a CDL, but yeah, I could do that. But as far as actually being like my own farmer with my own land and stuff, that just wasn't quite in the cards, unfortunately, for us or for me. My grandpa had a sale in 1996, sold off all his equipment. And Yeah, kind of made me very upset when I was younger because I'm like, dang it, there's, I'm one of 7. I'm the youngest of 7, so like there would have been plenty of people to work on the farm for like no money. Let's be honest, and just do it for the love of farming. Yeah. Yahoo!
L3FT4D3 at Cheerdex 100. Hey Bear, when he says he's to the farm, it's not really to go to the farm, more like going to see black BMW chick.
Special pet, the black BMW chick, she is the one who is the daughter of the guy that lives on my street. There's no hot daughter or anything. No, not that I'm aware of. I don't know if she has kids. They would be very young if she had, or not very young, but it would be younger than me, that's for sure. Left ace to the bits. Guys, I'm not denying, you know what, whatever. I am denying it because it's true. There's nothing there. So, oh, you guys. Oh, the other thing you should know about me is chat bullies me. Started playing Kern last night. Let's go, Trent. But chat bullies me, so just buckle up, but like in a nice way, right? Yeah.
I got you. I wear diapers when I stream.
Bear0313 cheered Dex 100. Denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Thanks for the bits. Oh, I will scroll my text messages right now on my phone. There's nothing from her. Just saying, there's nothing from her, all right? You guys scared him off. Have a good one, by the way. We'll catch you. Oh, man.
Trenton Dak cheered X100. So you're saying to UC BMW lady on the way back from the farm then?
No, Trent. Absolutely not. Thanks for the bits, though. Decision on the other new map. We're going to be switching to Elm Creek 4X by Stevie. I'm not sure if it's going to happen Saturday, or hopefully it happens sometime by Saturday. Either Saturday or like, yeah, words are hard. Either the start of stream Saturday or like partially into the stream Saturday. We will see. But here's the dilemma, guys. Okay, we're still planting corn. All right, obviously. Planting. We need to get all the planting done, fertilized, rolled, like everything. We didn't mulch, but everything's being limed. Everything's limed already, planted, fertilized, and rolled, right? And then we need to harvest everything. But I want to run it all through the corn dryer. So ideally, we get done with the harvest towards the end of maybe Friday's stream, right? And then I take Friday overnight basically into Saturday and just set trucks up and let the map fast time. So it's constantly hauling corn to the dryer and hauling corn away from the dryer is kind of my theory. But I don't know. But yeah. It isn't out of the realm that she also owns a farm. No, we're doing corn for the final crop. Corn. Yeah, so the new map will start Saturday at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be at the start of stream or if it's going to be partially into the stream. If that makes sense, because I want to sell all the corn too. You know, we like to see usually how much money we ended up with, right? So if we have to dry out, the drying process is going to take forever. That's what I'm kind of worried about right now. Worried, but like not worried, you know? Because I'll get it done. It'll happen. It's just, Yeah, but most likely we will be starting on Saturday. You know, I don't see us getting done before definitely Friday night with harvest, so. But we'll see, because I am probably going to stream this. Well, I'm streaming this today, obviously. Thursday night we'll stream this, and then probably Friday as well. So just do a whole bunch of farming this week. Why not? And hopefully start new map Saturday. So. But at the same time, I'm not like in a hurry. I'm not like, oh, we have to get this done for XYZ. It's just whatever. If we get it done, we get it done, you know? So we're just here to have fun. That's it. The farm fairy's on a work trip right now, Trent. He's not around. Well, that's the other thing. It's like, yeah, I can sit here and like with planting this whole map, you know, I've done so much of it off stream, which is fine. But I do also enjoy going to bed at some point. So.
L3FT4D3@X100. When all you want to do play Grey Zone, but you're stuck in a semi till Friday. And it's been raining all day. I was hoping to chase tornadoes but didn't have the hours to get near the tornadoes. Also, can we not bail for like a week or 6 on the map asking for a friend?
Left, I don't think we're going to do much bailing, at least at first. If we do any of that stuff, I think we're going to use loading wagons, because Stevie's maps will have, it'll have storage for loose, like, material. So I might just bring in a slightly enhanced loading wagon. I don't know. I gotta look through mods. I gotta look through a few things. Either loading wagon or, well, probably loading wagon, and then if we're far away from where we're going, maybe switch it over to the, like, use the transfer to load a truck and then send the truck on its way. Is what I'm kind of really thinking. But yeah, I don't really want to bail. I'll be honest. I don't. Speaking of bails, I'm kind of, we bailed a lot on this map, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of over it, you know. Kind of over it. Yeah. So, not looking. Yeah. You know. So even if, like, we're going to pick up straw after a whatever, you know, I would just loading wagon it to the transfer probably and run truck. I got to find a trailer that holds, like, some. I don't want a giant trailer, but I think I might look in the, oh, what was that map? The flat big Stevie, last one we played, Mylands. I might look through that mod folder and pull out a few things. We'll see. Oh, Scoot, what's going on? It has not started today, but a lot of it has been done. Yes. Horseplay and I have become best friends over the past couple of days. Scoot, not last night, but mostly Sunday night. I did a ton of work on here Sunday and yesterday afternoon. Like, stupid amounts of work today, or Sunday and yesterday. So, yeah. Let's put it this way. I worked on this Sunday night for so long that I watched a VOD. An entire VOD of somebody's Twitch stream. Okay. I was like, oh, I'm going to watch like 10 minutes of this and I'll get bored. I'll move on. No, I watched the entire thing. It was hours long. So. All good, Scoot. All good. I don't know if I mean, I hope we'll get to some harvesting today, but I don't know. We got a long way to go before we're ready to harvest, so. We will see. And I'm not trying to courseplay everything, because honestly, I'm not trying to get like in too much of a rush, you know? I mean, I could definitely set up course play on all these fields, but I figured on these smaller fields it'd be better for us just to run seeders, because course play misses so much. And I know there's things you can do to help, but still. I figured these smaller fields would be fine to plant ourselves, and that's exactly what we're doing, so. No big dealio. No big deal. I might take that conveyal and empty that fertilizer out before I go too much farther here. Fill it all with seed. Might just do that. I should probably just get an auger wagon full of seed, but the conveyal looks better. More realistic, so we'll just run that for now. I don't mind it. But yeah, watch like the whole thing. I was actually gonna watch Clarkson Farms season 3, and then I got distracted by Twitch and fail. Yeah, that's the end of that. By the way, as far as I know, Fuel Hauler, going back to your comment about BMW, I don't have a clue if she would own a farm or not. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think her parents owned a farm out like west in Missouri. At one point. I think. I'm not really sure. Yeah. And actually, it's funny you say that, because at one point in time, my neighborhood was like, or at least my street, was like nothing but retired / like still farmers. At one point in time, like everybody was a farmer. Kind of weird. But yeah. It was kind of strange. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? How's it going? We're just planting a little bit of kern. By a little bit, I mean a whole map. Obviously, only a little bit. So, Left, you're stuck in your truck till Friday, by the way. I guess you got that one job you were talking about going west, huh? All right. Interesting. You want to start Clarkson season 3, but need to save it for travel. Gotcha, Bear. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely... That's a way. I could definitely see that, Bear. Yeah. That might be a tonight thing, assuming it's not storming. I don't know. I might just have my computers unplugged and hiding from the storms tonight. We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. I kind of want to, like, force Dad to watch Clarkson Farms. I think he would enjoy it. Eight to 10 retired farmers are in there every day. Yep. Yep. That's very, very common. The east part of the Dakotas are pretty flat. Okay. Interesting, Left. I gotcha. The guy across the street from me for my childhood, he's been gone, yeah, years now. But he owned a farm north of here in a small town. And it didn't matter rain, shine, snow, tornadoes, whatever kind of weather we had. He had to go to the farm, he said. He would go to the farm. But come to find out, he was going to a little diner and hanging out with his buddies every day. Yeah. All right. Be safe, Obels. We'll catch you. But yeah, he was going to this little diner and hanging out with a bunch of old timers, other farmers from up in that area. I guess he'd go to his farm once in a while. He'd go to the farm too every day, but yeah, it was more so about the coffee crew, you know. Gotta go get their breakfast, you know. And then actually, yeah, I know about another coffee crew, but that was it was retired airline workers. They had a coffee crew kind of thing going on at a local McDonald's. Every morning they'd go to the local McDonald's, get a coffee, and sit there for way too many hours and talk about nothing. But that's cool. It's good. Gets them out of the house, you know. Gets them out of the house. Need to find Dad something like that, but Dad can't stand coffee. Need to find Dad a Mountain Dew crew, you know. Can't stand coffee, so. Oh man, I love it. Dad goes to this like old time barbershop in town, where the barber's like 8,000 years old, and the stories he gets out of there, it's just great, just great. Yeah. It's all lease. Just lost another patriarch. Yeah. Yep. It's unfortunate what happens to farms when deaths happen. I mean, it happened to our farm. You know, Grandpa was very adamant throughout the years. Keep the farm together. It'll make you money. Keep the farm together. Even if you're not going to farm it, keep the farm. And he was very adamant about that throughout his life. And as soon as he died, my dad's brother and dad's sister like, hey, when are we selling the farm? Need our money. And neither one of them were hurting for money, especially dad's sister. Her husband always had a really good job. But like, they literally, I mean, Grandpa was barely in the ground. They're like, all right, when are we selling? Some people want quick returns, yeah. Yep, and then just the way it worked out, where, I mean, Dad wanted to keep more land, but he wanted to keep, like, the land around the buildings, which is the better land. And, you know, you can't fault the guys that were buying it. And it wasn't like a public sale. It wasn't an auction. We didn't do that. It was a private sale. Basically handpicked the guys that, yeah. But, you know, they wanted more of the better dirt, and then they would pay more overall an average for, like, the bad dirt, you know. And you can't blame them for playing the game, which is fine. So, unfortunately, Dad wasn't able to keep as much ground as he wanted, but it's all good. At least we still have something, you know. I would really, really have been upset if we had to get rid of all of it. Because I guarantee they would have gone in there with an excavator and just knocked all the buildings down. And, you know, farmed through it. So that would have sucked. That would have really, really sucked. I mean, the center part of our big shed and our garage were built in 1918. The garage used to have one of our great, like, Grandpa's names written on the wall. It was like painted on the wall. It has since faded out, or you can't see it anymore, but I remember it. I remember it being there. Somewhere there's probably a picture of it. To be honest, where he had basically signed his name on the wall. And I had the weirdest dream last night. Speaking of the farm, chat, I had the weirdest dream last night. And I keep meaning, I meant to tell Dad about it this morning. And it was the weirdest dream, y'all. And it's going to make me go to the farm next time and look in the loft just to make sure that this isn't actually there. It's not actually there. Trust me. I know it's not. Dividing the host of Lisa, yeah. But I dreamt that for some reason, this is dark, by the way, chat. Warning, trigger warning here. For some reason, I had this dream this morning that there was a casket in the loft of the shed at the farm from like a great way back. Okay. And then the story that I was being told in my dream was that, like, my great grandpa, like, For some reason, he's the one that like put his foot down and said like, you know, we can't bury this person. We can't, you know, bury him in town or whatever. They just have to go up to the loft, and that's just the way it is. And it's like, the whole time I was just freaking out the whole time in my dream. And it was just the weirdest dream. The weirdest dream. I don't know what that says about anything, but it was strange. Because we like, yeah, got out of the loft, and it was just the weirdest. For the record, there's not a casket at my farm in the loft of the shed. Okay, there's not. I guarantee there's not, because we cleaned up both of our lofts a couple years ago. Like, it's not actually there, but God. Plot twist: there's a body on the property. I don't think anybody's buried down there. Mr. Eutychus, what's up, man? Not that I'm aware of. As far as I'm aware, nobody's buried on that property. There might be, but I doubt it. I don't think so. Time to start digging? No. Because that was the other part of my dream, Sean, is that we did dig a hole. And then I was like, I'm like, we have to like get a pile of mulch or wood chips or something, because we don't want, you know, a casket shaped like they're going to see it from the satellites and they're going to get us. And that's where my head went in the dream. It was a dream, chat. It was not real. With $1 billion. And that's why you weren't supposed to get rid of the farm. Is this like, thanks for that follow, by the way. Appreciate you. Is this like, there's always money in the banana stand? Maybe where you dug the hole, you need to go dig up. Lol. Oh, God. Think if there is, like, something there with all kinds of money. Maybe Grandpa left us, like, $1 billion. Family pets. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely pets buried around. I do know that. Yeah. There's always money in the banana stand. Literally, it was full of money. That show, that's Arrested Development. That show, if you guys have never watched that show, I know it's not for everybody, but that show was hilarious. It was mostly like ad-libbed or whatever, where they just like came up with it on the spot, you know? But that show was great. There's always money in the banana stand. The banana stand walls were lined with cash because the dad was trying to hide it from the government, I think. It was funny. I need to watch that show again. I don't know if it's on a streaming service, but I wouldn't mind watching that show again. That show was funny. Just like, oh, what's that other one? I haven't watched it in forever. Like the first couple seasons of, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The first 2 seasons of that show were great. How'd we go from buried treasure at the farm to TV shows, chat? Huh? Maybe I need to hire the guys from Oak Island to come to the farm and look around for treasure. What do you think, chat? They'll never actually find it. You've never seen that one? The first 2 seasons are pretty good. I actually bought them on a DVD or something like a million years ago. But after that, it got kind of dumb, so I quit watching it. But the first two are really good. Or what's that other show called? I watched that show called Weeds. Y'all ever watch that one? Weeds was a good one. Inappropriate, but it was funny. Not family friendly, but kind of amusing. I watched a bunch of that. I don't know that I watched it all. I watched a lot of that. It's like Shameless. Are they still making Shameless? I love Shameless back in the day. But I never had, was it Showtime, so I'd have to watch it, like, way after the fact. But it was still new to me. Just saying. I really need to start watching, need to get HBO again and start watching House of the Dragon. I want to watch season 1 of House of the Dragon before season 2 comes out so I can, you know, be right in it. Oh, it ended with the pandemic? Okay. That's good. That show had run its course. Good Girls? I've never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. Bear watched Weeds. Bear watched it. Let's go. Yep. That one jumped the shark like 12 times before I quit watching it, I think. They got real goofy in that show. But yeah. They got real out there on that one. It was a good series, though. For the most part. But yeah, House of the Dragon. I got to start watching that. I got to get my HBO back soon. Soon. I should just, we add HBO to Hulu. And then First Time doesn't have to buy his own HBO, because, spoiler, last year we each had our own HBO account, which I don't know why, considering we live in the same house. There's no reason for us to have our own. We're in the same house. It's just a waste of money. I think I could just add it to HBO, or to what's it called, to Hulu. Pretty sure. And then I don't have to worry about it. That's done. Have to look into that one soon. Very soon. But I want to watch Clarkson. I don't know how many episodes of that there actually are. Not sure. But I'm about to go look. Did they hide, like, is it me or, like, on Amazon they changed where, like, Prime Video is and it's not as, like, easy to get to? Kind of like the Prime subs on Twitch, you know? Clarkson Farm, Season 3. It doesn't tell you how many episodes there are. It says, watch episode 1. Oh, wait. Oh, there's only 8 episodes? That's an easy watch. Okay. Easy watch right there. 8 episodes. Let's go. That's an easy one. I can handle that. You can add HBO to Hulu. Awesome, Jeff. Awesome. And then as soon as House of the Dragon's over, I cancel HBO again. Because yeah, there's probably not enough there to keep it, right? I mean, I don't know. I haven't had HBO in a while. Although I'm going to be more proactive this year about getting rid of it once House is done. Because last time I had HBO, I might have had it for like, 6 or 8 months after I didn't use it. And I was like, just paying for it. And then finally I was like, why am I paying for this? That's dumb. Get rid of it. I don't ever use it, so why have it? I didn't realize this edge of the field was not square either. Nothing is square on this map. Everything's got a slight tilt to it. Farmer, what's going on? How you doing today? What's poppin'? I hope all is well. Nothing is square though. It's crazy. This is a corn planter. Yeah. It'd be considered a no-till like seeder, yeah. Not a drill though. Drill is different, but it's a corn planter. It's a base end game. It's the Kinsey. So yeah. And then, yeah, you can definitely no-till with it. Definitely. Front row. Huh. Transmission, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. Chat, that could be a problem. They just toned out a fire, and I'm pretty sure I know somebody that lives right there. We gotta go look that up now, because that could be like somebody that I've known for absolutely my entire life. Okay, there's the thing. There's that thing. They said... Does he live on that street? That is his place. What's the address they toned out on that? Interesting. Apparently there's an electrical line down on the back of this house, causing problems. Huh. That's going to be real close to somebody I've known my entire life. One of my dad's buddies that's worked for him forever. But like, if you need anything fixed, you call this guy. He can fix it over the phone, most likely. He's one of those guys. He's the mechanic of mechanics. I'm just saying. If I got like a carburetor on something that I can't get figured out or whatever, I take it to him. He's the guy. You just take it to him. He'll clean it up for you. There's nothing this man can't work on. He's amazing. Amazing mechanic. Absolutely incredible. It's going to be real close to his house there. But I don't know the address they called out, but I know the street. Somewhere over there. Might be looking at Google Maps right now. Interesting. Anywhoozles, planting corn, y'all. We're planting corn. Knocking it out. I've done, I mean, this is my like 5th field today. Not bad. Not bad at all. Stove fire. Interesting. I don't know how. I guess it can happen. Probably something greasy. Maybe like on a gas stove. I don't know, man. I've cooked a lot and I've never caught anything on fire, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I should probably knock on wood when I say that. I mean, yeah, I've had like a barbecue pit fire, but who hasn't had a barbecue pit fire in their life, right? Because I know I have. So, yeah. I kind of thought for a minute was it last year at Pumpkin Day? Or 2 Pumpkin Days ago, something like that. I thought we were going to have to call 911 for a barbecue pit fire. I almost went and got the fire extinguisher out of the shed. It was that bad. But that's somebody doesn't know how to use a barbecue pit. We'll just leave it at that. We will just leave it at that. It was, yeah. Kind of a whole thing. Sure.